Now this, you know what's so funny? It's like you really can't make this shit up. R. Kelly's masters get stolen. I told you who last had the masters. Told me on camera where the masters were. Told me he had them in a secret location. Okay? Don Russell. All right, we interviewed him. He is now serving 26 months in federal prison for sending out death threats and alleging and threatening to leak these young girls' news in defense of R. Kelly. Okay, he was tap dancing for R. Kelly. And he said to me in an interview that we did, he was in possession of R. Kelly's masters. Now, either he gave the masters to someone else to upload since he spent all this time out of work, having to fight cases, didn't have money to fight lawyers properly, that he was going to sell said masters, even built a website, Don Russell. We should have his picture here. If you don't know who Don Russell is, you can go ahead and Google him. Even set up a website so that R. Kelly could be in control of his masters. It was called Indie. What was it called, Shay? Indie what? It was called Indie something. He had built a whole website for artists like R. Kelly so that Sony and those other companies wouldn't be in control of his music, and he would actually, and others like him, would be in control of the music. But having the masters locked up in a U-Haul storage room, I don't think that's being in control. And now, obviously, he's given them to someone else, and now they're bribing the label, and R. Kelly saying that they want $150,000 to turn the masters over. I said, oh, now look at Mo R. Kelly. Now look at Don Russell either gonna get more time behind prison because he already in a federal prison trying to either send out extortion plots, okay? Thinking it won't leak back to him because he in prison, but not knowing that snitch. Ask Gunna, okay? Snitch. If you don't believe me, ask Gunna, okay? We got to figure out his new name. Teller. Okay, because he telling on the bitch. Now, the funny part about it is R. Kelly was so mad he left his goddamn cell to go call the police. They called 911 from the jail cell. They got the recorded call. Now you would think that he would just look over to the CO because they got police officers on site, or they can call the police officers. If I don't trust them either, he used his collect call to say, hey, I got 15 minutes. This is R. Kelly, Robert Sylvester Kelly, calling from inmate 129N701 at the New York Correctional Facility, Rikers Island. Who may I put you through to? This is R. Kelly. Mr. Kelly, why are you calling 911 from jail? Are you safe? I'm in a safe location. Do you? He said, I'm calling because somebody stole my masters. Somebody stole my masters, sir, and they trying to sell them online, and they trying to extort me from jail, from the cell, saying that they need $150,000 to give me my masters back. Now I'm calling the police for y'all to go pick them up.
Put them in a room with me.
I said, this is some fucked up shit. This I had to call 911 from the jail population. He told her, listen, I'm calling the police. Give me a second. I think inmates should do that more often when they going through stuff like, you know, the COs is treating them bad. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly may be onto something. I think he's the first inmate to ever call 911 from the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot. 504 girl said, damn it, Tasha, it was an emergency. I was like, listen, that was so creative. Now, a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these inmates need to take heed because he sure called him and made a report. And not, guess what? They're going to take his ass serious because they don't know what else not to do. You can't go around here extorting from prison. So he finna get them locked up with his ass. I was like, and these new age thieves, you don't know everything is IP and they can track your ass, dumbass. The record label, all that shit, you is about to be locked up. Admitting, I admit to extorting. The fuck? Listen. They said 911 can be called from anywhere. I see that, Rolanda. I see that. Just never thought R. Kelly would utilize it. After what 911 has done to his life, he would still trust them. You know what I'm saying? But he said, they done lock me up. Bitch, you coming in here with me too. Anyway, moving on. Mr. John Gray. I don't understand how we got pastors out here and you're supposed to be freeing the people. You're supposed to be inspiration. You're supposed to be hope. You're supposed to be security. You're supposed to be the foundation. You're supposed to lead your people not into temptation, not onto Craigslist, onto ads and soliciting for masseuses, and you seeing your micro penis hard that only fit between these two fingers to her along with a $25 cash out. I'm sorry, I blacked out. It was the two fingers. Y'all remember when I put out that story and I said, you know what, I'm sick and tired of receiving videos on John Gray. I'm tired. I'm listen, no offense. I'm just not attracted to big guys at all. And I definitely don't want to see them in porn or let alone in a sex tape to a massage therapist that they met on Craigslist and decided to trust them so much so while having a church of a few hundred members, and they still sent video of them in the video and their face in the video, okay, with white shit between their mouth. And he couldn't even, when he laid down, he couldn't even see, when he took the two fingers, he couldn't even see where to grab it. He just kind of knew because he had to spiritually connect with where his fingers landed down there, because he can't see. He can't move his stomach and see. It's too big. You know what I'm saying? And he decided to press send and send that video along with a $25 cash app to the young lady for her to show a titty. She ain't show no more titty. And then gets on the phone with me when the videos come my way virtually and say that he was molested, he is struggling with his sexuality, and he is suicidal. I was like, was you suicidal when you pressed in? Was you suicidal when you got your little hard, when you got on Craigslist? Was you thinking about dying when you went to Craigslist? Who goes to Craigslist? Who still goes to Craigslist? Bitch, we on Facebook Marketplace. What the fuck are you doing on Craigslist? And you find a masseuse, a sexual masseuse, who charges $25 an hour. Should have charged you less for that micro penis, more like $10 an hour. She didn't even have to hold, she couldn't even hold it with her whole hand. She had to take two fingers too just to jack it off like this or wiggle it. That's how he was doing. And you want to forward her $25. Oh. And then I get on the phone with you and you want to try to tell me the same shit that you tell your wife, and that's the only reason she's staying is because she's afraid that you're going to die without her. And if listen. And then he has the audacity to get online to say that when he was suicidal, it was Tyrese that brought him out of being suicidal. I said, how was you suicidal? Didn't you almost die in the hospital? Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold on. John Gray in the hospital. Hold on for a second. Because he told me he was suicidal when I got the videos, hoping that he would play on my heart, that I would feel sorry for him. I said, John, maybe the first time I would feel sorry for you, but the third time, nigga, I know what your asshole looks like, and I'm a blogger. John Gray hospitalized. Hold on for a second. Hold on. So, the man said he was suicidal. He was struggling with his sexuality because he had men, he was sucking men's dick and shit like that. Hospitalized. He had a life-threatening pulmonary embolism. How are you suicidal and yet you get online to say a message from John W. Gray? A message from John W. Gray, okay, that your wife posted after she saw the videos that were virtually sent to me, then sent to her, okay? Bless the Lord, oh my soul, Psalms 103:3, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquities, who heals all your diseases. This is the same man that said he was suicidal before, and even after he had the pulmonary embolism, okay? The devil wanted me to die in this bed. This bed. The bed was supposed to be my end. Pull the sheet over my head and wheel me to the morgue. This bed where I entertain my deepest fears, regrets, and triumphs was supposed to be the period. A life ended but unfinished. But God, glory, hallelujah. Because of God, this bed is now a testimony. This bed, or the bed you was trying to share with the masseuse on Craigslist, okay? As I wave goodbye to this bed, I say thank you for saving and sparing my life. Yes, I have a long way to go, but I'm not dead, so that's a great start. To the wonderful team of doctors, nurses, cardiologists, and staff at the Flowers Hospital in Dothan, Alabama, I say thank you. My family and I are indebted to you all for all your loving care. To the Northside Hospital Gwinnett team of doctors and staff, I have no words. You did your due diligence, imaging, testing, checking that monitor, never let me sleep. Put them, cause you know he got sleep apnea. He big, so he got sleep apnea. I can tell you that right now. So checking that monitor never let me sleep, but it's exactly what I needed to preserve my life. Thank you, because prayer and an amazing medical team, I am on course to complete recovery. Finally, to my relentless Greenville, my relentless Atlanta family, the relentless online, so many pastors, leaders, and praying people around the world who bombarded heaven, I say thank you. It was God alone that turned the tides of this battle. I can't respond to every text I receive, and I still need a ton of rest, a lot of benchmarks, outpatient follow-up visits, monitor, blah, blah, blah. But no, I'm grateful for every expression. I'm getting stronger. After you will have your own post when my words catch up to the supernatural strength and faith during this life or death moment. I love you with all I have and with all I have left. You and your children, our children made me fight to stay here. I love y'all. Now, since I can't shout, can y'all help me shout them out? Say this. But told me he was suicidal because he thought I was going to put out the videos. I'm not in the business of porn, sir. I don't do porn. We don't do porn. We talk about infidelities. We talk about just lies within the church and deceit amongst our leaders and things like that. That's why we invented PPP. Okay? And he says Tyrese saved his life. No. It was me and God. It was me and God. Okay? It was me and God. Because when I cussed his ass out on that faucet, don't come to me with that shit. You can't pull at my heartstrings like that. Okay? I told him, PPP Larry Reed, in this phone, I said 3 black women on the phone. Everybody on this phone been molested. Okay? But I ain't out here on Craigslist fishing for micro. But you out here on Craigslist with a micro fishing for someone to suck it because your wife refuses to suck it and she told me to. She said that's the reason why I know they ain't having sex, because I ain't, and he can't nobody because you can't him. So well, how did you have kids? Well, they have procedures for that. I said, well, alrighty then. I mean, you ask me, it's great. First lady, I drive Lambos. And I ain't got a... I happen to probably got something else going on or somebody else on the side, okay? I can tell you right now. Right now. Okay? Right now. But yeah, I'm just tired of the shenanigans. I'm suicidal. How are you suicidal when you almost died in the hospital? Why you just didn't tell them to let you die? I just hate people like that. Like you wasn't suicidal. You using that shit for people to feel sorry for your ass. It's another testimony so you can get another tithe. Tithe equals testimony equals tithe. Stop. And he can't even save his own life. Come on, get the out of here. Moving on. Okay, now this situation is rather interesting. Okay, so remember I said I had that same energy for Antonio Brown's Karen, like having for Keisha. Keisha accused him, Antonio Brown. I'm gonna make sense here for a second. Give me a second. Of doing what he said he did. So have the same energy when when Keisha say it and he do it to Karen. Okay, y'all believe it when it happens to a white woman. Now let me tell you what's been going on out here on this internet. Nia knows her. That's why she ain't married this. She knows what he likes. She know the preference. But Nia ain't working like Nia used to work. And this is a head coach. He has steady income. Well, he did. He did have steady income until he got benched for a whole season because he decided to a married bitch named Kathleen Nemo Lynch. Kathleen Nemo Lynch. She's 34. She's married. She's a mother of 3. And she's the team liaison for the Celtics. Okay? Willingly had consensual sex with Ime, who wasn't her husband, because her husband's some scrawny ass little white man. But because he's tall, he's handsome, I know his was coming in hard. Coming in hard. Coming in hard. Coming in. Oh, let me stop. So, I noticed that when all this went down, there was so many rumors, out here about, this is much serious than everybody thought. They've been investigating him for sleeping with this woman. You know what I'm saying? This is when you find out what happened, you're going to be distraught. Even Matt Barnes, the messiest, you can't even keep your damn baby mamas and your hoes together, but you worried about what he doing with his, his baby mama and his hoes. You know what I'm saying? 34-year-old hoes. And you want to come out and say, what's wrong? They shouldn't do it. And then, it's much serious than it really is. When you hear the details, you're going to be just shocked. And it's just no excuse. Don't be surprised if he ain't got no job. Kathleen Nemo Lynch, 34 years old, married, unhappily married, okay, with 3 children. And Ime makes way more money than her husband. She just got lynched. Now, do you think if this was Keisha, let me write this name. Hold on for a second. Let's do Coretta. No. Keisha. Venmo. Lawrence. So do you think if I made Nia Long's baby dad fiance of 10 years was Keisha Venmo Lawrence, that he would have, and she worked as a team liaison, pretty much a secretary for the damn league, he would be suspended for a whole season without pay. But this bitch continues to be able to book for Nia Long and for other teammates. But Matt Barnes and others told us that this is much more serious than we think it is. Had people thinking that this was sexual assault and this is an old bitch with children and that's married too, that didn't lose her job. And the only reason he lost his job is because her last name is Lynch and she white. Moving on. Don't forget, today we are offering on shoptkdeals.com the sea moss drops. This is something that everybody needs to have in their diet. It has 98% of the vitamins and minerals that the body needs daily. We have this in mango. We also have it in pineapple. It has 10,000 milligrams of Irish sea moss, the same sea moss that Dr. Sebi preached about, and the same sea moss that a lot of the health gurus preach about as well. It also has spirulina, which is very potent in vitamins and minerals as well. It has zinc, burdock root, and vitamin C, okay? Use the coupon code TK10 to get your sea moss drops. This is our mushroom Vitamix, okay? The T-cell, NK cell Vitamix, very potent. The reviews on the website say everything. This is used to help optimize T cells, to help optimize natural killer cells, which kill off cancer cells in the body and things like that. It's been used in a ton of therapy. It's been in Chinese medicine for years, and people are raving about this. All you got to do is Google shiitake mushrooms. This is shiitake mushrooms along with turkey tail, some lion's mane, some cordyceps, all blended down. You can either cook with it, you can put it in your smoothies, you can drink it in water. Either way, you need this about twice a week. And if you're not down with the powder, we do have the gummies, all right, which has all of that in there. Shiitake mushrooms. It also has the reishi mushroom, has the chaga, it has the white button. And so all of this is condensed down into the mushroom extract complex. And also we have the mushroom 10X, okay? That's available as well on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off of your first order. Don't forget, guys, we are featuring the Koji Cocoa Soap. This is something that I use to help even my skin tone, clear dark marks and things like that. This is available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10, okay? Be careful about using it on your face. Yes, it will lighten the dark marks, but it will lighten your face as well. And you don't want to be out here looking like Nene Leakes, okay? This is the Koji Cocoa Soap. We have the sugar case. I am so in love with the body oils, and you guys are too, because you're emailing me about them. These are body oils infused with like glazed donut fragrances. We also have watermelon squeeze. We have, let me put this up. We have the watermelon squeeze. We also have the Georgia peach body oil, okay? I usually put these on when I get out of the shower, wet, let them soak into the skin while the pores are open. And then, of course, I carry a bottle around to touch up. It doesn't leak. And that's one thing that I like about this Black-owned body oil company is that they don't leak all in your purse. I could travel with these. They don't spill. I don't know where the hell she got these bottles from or the oils, but she's doing her thing. You can access the sugar case on my website. Use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. And last but not least, we have our top seller, which are the Active 8 fasting drops. If you are really trying to fast, if you are really trying to suppress your appetite, the right way, the Active 8 fasting drops is the way that you need to go. The reviews on the website speak for themselves. If you're looking for appetite suppression, which means you have to start first thing in the morning, okay? And you put the drops in your body, you put a little water in your body, and you just do a water fast throughout the day. People are emailing me saying, hey, Tasha, they work better than any type of Ozempic or semaglutide that's out there. It just helps to settle the gas in the stomach, and the stomach tells the brain that you're not hungry no more, okay? And so the fasting drops are available on shoptkdeals.com. Use the coupon code TK10 and let me know how much weight you've lost personally using the Active drops, okay?